1, ignition, and liftoff. Go SpaceX, go IM-1 and the Odysseus lunar lander.
We begin this week on a launch pad at Florida's Cape Canaveral. There, private spaceflight company SpaceX helped make history by launching Houston, Texas-based Intuitive Machines' Odysseus lunar lander, or ODI for short, on a trip to the moon. The project was a public-private partnership with NASA.
Today, for the first time in more than a half century, the U.S. has returned to the moon. Today, for the first time in the history of humanity, a commercial company, an American company, launched and led the voyage up there. And today is a day that shows the power and promise of NASA's commercial partnerships.
ODI stuck a gentle landing on the moon's surface, which the company's CEO describes as its glowing achievement despite the lander toppling over shortly thereafter. But it wasn't all smooth sailing even up to that point. A laser guidance system failed after ODI's Earth-based handlers forgot to remove its safety mechanism. Crews there, much like many of us with our laptops and phones, also overlooked a software upgrade. So, instead of knowing exactly where it was, ODI had to guess. Still, Intuitive Machines' mission control room went wild after news that ODI touched down on the moon. ODI was able to beam back a few images from its journey, and details of the craft's well-being remain unclear. On top of that, shares of Intuitive Machines fell by more than 30% after the lander's lunar tumble. Also this week, Russia successfully placed in orbit an Iranian satellite along with 17 of its own. Iran says the satellite has 3 cameras to monitor the environment and agriculture. But the news comes as U.S. intelligence agencies warn that Russia may launch a nuclear weapon into space. In his annual State of the Nation address, Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke of his country's advanced weaponry. He called accusations of space-based nukes an American ploy and fake. Finally, this week, NASA released images showing a pair of solar flares from the past few days. NASA says the bursts of energy can affect radio communications, power grids, and navigation signals while also threatening spacecraft and astronauts. Arash, Arabasadi, VOA News.